Hi, Paulina Medeiros here. Today's topic is going to be about mind conditioning. Now, what is mind conditioning? Well, it's a repetitive behavior that is ingrained into either an animal or a human over and over again. They get conditioned to believe certain things. Just like circus animals in the circus, they're trained to believe that they are powerless over the trainer. And this is how it's done. Let's take, for instance, an elephant. A full-grown elephant has a tiny little rope around his ankle, and yet he believes that he cannot yank himself from that rope. Now, an elephant, full-grown elephant, is very powerful. He can easily just lift his foot up and just pull himself away from that. But as a baby, he wasn't powerful enough, and all he now needs to do is feel that rope around his ankle, and he believes that he's not strong enough to set himself free. The same is done with wild cats, tigers and lions and whatever other large animals that they use, the tiger trainers or animal trainers. As a cub, they are whipped and they are hurt whenever they don't do what they're told by the trainer. So, and they also use a chair. Now the chair represents to them in the wild cat's eye, the large cat, I'm going to call them, each point at the end of the chair represents a human in their perspective. So they're seeing it as 4 points of the chair plus the trainer, 5 humans against them. So they feel overpowered. Also, they're so used to associating the whip and being hurt with the whip that all they do is have to hear the sound of the whip and they just plunge back, they fling back, and they get scared and they obey again the trainer, because they've been conditioned to associate the sound of the whip with pain, and they know it's punishment and unpleasant. So that's one way of conditioning. Also, we children are conditioned often. Parents condition us when we behave, when we don't behave. Well, that's not a bad thing, because we do need to learn how to function in society as decent human beings. But sometimes we're conditioned very negatively by maybe critical parents, harsh parents, or parents who expect way too much of their child and want their child to be perfect. And these children grow up in these families and they hear these negative comments about them, and they believe it. They figure, well, if my mother and father are saying it and my older siblings are saying it, maybe I am stupid, a loser, worthless, a jerk, a clumsy, a klutz, whatever you've been told. So the child hears this over and over again, and he associates what he hears with who he is, instead of rationalizing that he doesn't really understand yet that there's something wrong with the caregivers or the people around him. So, but that goes into the subconscious mind. Let's say, for instance, I was put down a lot as a child, and I was. When I was little, if I spilt milk or I spilt a drink or I knocked something over, I got called clumsy a lot, and I had a sister who was very mean, and all she did was call me stupid, and she called me some horrible names constantly for everything, all day long. Stupid, 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 stupid. Now, luckily, because other people outside of my family would tell me that I was intelligent and smart and all that other stuff, I had a lot of doubts. I didn't believe what my family was telling me. I knew that they were destructive and they were just, repeating these negative things in my head. But there was a part of my subconscious mind that was always in doubt. It's like, but am I what they're saying I am? That's mind conditioning. Now, repetition is the mother of learning. That means that we learn through experience over and over again. They say in order to remember something is to repeat it in your head at least 5 times, or to remember somebody's name, say their name to yourself or out loud 5 times, or a certain amount of times. Repetition is the mother of learning. Well, mind condition works similar to that. Over and over, telling somebody or inflicting them with harm, and they associate the pain to the behavior or who they are. That's mind conditioning. But you can break free from this, because any learned behavior can be unlearned. You don't have to stay stuck in your mind and be believe the labels that were put on you. Those are just labels, and there might have been something wrong with them. Maybe these other people felt worthless themselves, or they felt defected, and they were projecting what they felt in their minds onto you. This happens very often. Or they didn't think they were good enough, so maybe they didn't tolerate your mistakes because maybe they couldn't tolerate their own, or they self-loathe themselves for not being perfect. It could be many multiple reasons why these things happen. But mind conditioning can be broken. There's so many methods of breaking them. Hypnosis is one. Self-talk is another. There's therapy. I'll go on into that more after. This is my first video on mind conditioning, and I'm going to reveal some more tactics about that in further videos that I'm going to make. So this is just a quick introduction to the mind conditioning videos and how to break free from them. I hope you stay tuned. I hope you watch the rest of them, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Take care.